Okay, guys, Bob Gardner here from thebraidedwarrior.com. In case you're interested, I'm going to do a different kind of video today. This is a video because for a while now I've been using one of these wallets that are just origami folded Tyvek, really thin, carries all my cards and cash, no problem. It's waterproof, it's nice. There's a lot of designs online, but the one that I used to make this no longer exists. And my old wallet was getting kind of ratty and I had to make a new one, so I had to reverse engineer it. So this tutorial is kind of like twofold. One, so I can remind myself how to do it the next time, and two, in case you're interested in making one. It's got a couple of slots for cards. You can stick a card in front and also one behind on both sides, so you got 4 different card slots, and it has a pocket there for money. And I guess if you want to like slip something in a kind of secret compartment, you can do that always. But I don't really use it that way. I just kind of use it at face value. So what I did was, you take these Tyvek envelopes, you can get a packet of them, you can buy them in a box of 20 or whatnot. It doesn't cost much for it, and then the rest of the pack you can do whatever or make gifts as one. What I did was, this was an envelope kind of like this, and this side was over the top, like so, and then of course the little flaps. So I just cut the top and the bottom off, and then I carefully tore it open. You unhinge it, it comes apart pretty easily, and then cut off one side. So you're dealing with the main compartment in the back and then also one side. I've already creased it here just so that it's easier and faster to go through, but I'll detail what all of the folds are. First fold is folded in half. Okay, so if this was the top, I'm folding it in half this way. Now you'll notice that these envelopes, the top kind of dips down at an angle, and the bottom kind of dips up because of the way the envelope's built. Just center it. Make sure it's a good solid fold, because those little slight angles will go away. So you fold it in half, open it up, turn it over. Then you're going to make a little airplane from the bottom side up there, along that center crease that you made. Okay? Then you'll turn it back over. Then from there you're going to fold the 2 sides into that center line that you made. Okay? And sound effects optional. Okay, so what you'll find is, because you creased this, that it makes a little point that's past like a certain, that's right there. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to fold the bottom up to that point, and you'll find the tip of your paper matches the points that come together. So you're just fitting the triangles into each other. Okay, now after that, what you're going to do is you're going to open it up, and what you will have made are these little corner sockets. And so you're going to fold this corner in, and this one has an angle on it, so it doesn't, just make sure that it fits inside the creases. Okay, if it overlaps the creases, it affects how you fold it all together. So give yourself even a little bit of space, a 1/16 of an inch or so inside the corners. Just make sure that they fit. And then you fold it back up the way that you came, and you fold it up this way, okay? Just like we did before. Only now what we're going to do is open that up, and then we're going to push the middle in, and now we have something like this, okay? Now you have the bottom, it looks like, oh that sticks, okay? It's got a little line, and then this little triangular piece in the middle, and then this is all flat still, okay? All right, so now what we got to do is we have to adjust from here, and we got to find the size of the dollar bill. So what you do is I put the dollar bill on the bottom. I want some space on the top and the bottom, and so I make sure I have as much space as I need, and this is where you can adjust according to how tall you want it. And then so I fold it over the dollar bill. That gives me a sense of depth, and so then I end up folding a straight line across that way. Then I got to fold this back up, and when I fold it up, I want to make sure that it's not exactly the same, that it's a little higher, because it's going to fit inside. And if it's exactly the same height, it'll crunch up the paper some. Okay? So I fold it so that there's a little bit, the back is a little bit longer than the front. Now it's time to use your credit card or other ID card to do the bottom. And again, a little bit of a line, a little bit of space. So I have, if you can see, let me bring it up closer here. From where it's folded, you can see there's the bottom of the card, then there's another, that's the one fold, and then that's the bottom fold, okay? Right? So I fold that down, and now I have this crazy looking thing that I accordion back out, and I open all the way up, all right? What I've made now are these two little chunks in this corner. And I'm gonna do the same thing, except here, I don't want it to line up the way that I do the other ones, because as you can see in the finished product, I want it to come out a little bit. Now you could line it up if you wanted, it wouldn't make a difference. Coming out a little bit makes it easier accessible to get your card in. And so I start lining it up, and before I crease it, I just swivel it, and you can swivel it more as you want depending on the angle. I swivel it over, and then I crease it so it's at an off angle. Same with this one, swiveled over. And then this is folded this way, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse fold it, I think they call that. So just reverse what the crease was, and then you cinch it down tight. And then you're going to refold everything just like you had it before. So now what you have is an almost finished product. Doesn't look like it, but this will fold down inside the wallet, inside these little flaps. Okay, there's only one little extra piece that we got to do, which is to take this inside corner, and I've got to tuck that point and reverse this crease right here, this bend. So I got to reverse that to the inside and tuck that point in, okay? And as I do that, what's going to happen is that the paper is going to want to crease some. There we go. And it'll pop out some. That's okay, because we're going to fold it down, so don't worry too much about that. Same here on this side. And if you don't really care how perfect this is, then you don't have to be this persnickety, but it's a tutorial. It's supposed to look good at the end. Okay, so you have this weird looking pop out. Now, as you fold it down, you just open that up and slide that corner in and this corner in, and just make sure they slide all the way to the bottom, all the way in. And so now we have this puffed up wallet, which, over time, the next couple of days as you use it, it'll flatten out nicely. Last piece. So I have, if you can see on the inside, this is loose. That little thing that we tucked in has created a spot that I can anchor that in by just sliding it on the inside. And then again, on the other side, I can anchor it in by sliding it in on the inside. And then what I have is a finished product. I just fold it in half, and I have myself a wallet made out of Tyvek. You could, of course, decorate the outside as wanted. I never do. Maybe that's a lazy thing, whatever you want to call it. And so what I have here is, there you go. It's a little bit taller than my dollar, and my card fits in nicely. And you can see what's in there. Close it up. Nice, thin, easy Tyvek wallet without tape. Fun to do.